stymied in our way. Stymied in our way. Stymied. Don't talk to me. Stymied in our way. I just uploaded a video. Stymied in our way. No matter what you say, no matter what you say, what you think you know, what you believe you think you know, you're stymied in your way. Imagine if there's a truth out there that needs to get out. How does the truth get out? Stymied in your way. It boils within your system. Mr. Tackpans, who is Mr. Tackpans? Forget about that. I put down science all the time. We're going to look at this a little bit different. This is for entertainment purposes. All I do is take all the valued sciences as to something simple. How many minutes in a day? How many seconds in a minute? How come it's not 100? Why is it 60? What happened to the other 40? And you know, it really can't be 40, because if we had 40 and 60, both of them would overlap onto each other. And if they did overlap onto each other, you would have to overlap either on this side or overlap onto this side, like fitting something together. And I guess that's why they split it apart. Look, together, 12 and 6 o'clock. One has two numbers, one has one. One is Mars, the other one is Earth. Four times 3 DC, 6 times 2. The game, the cards, the cube. The cube is made up of 6 times 2. There are 6, hold on a second. 6 times 2 is 12. There's the wrapping, the Nassau wrapping. Only 6s. Remember, a circle is 6. That's all it is. The Nassau circles, they're all 6. 3 circles, 6, 6, 6. When you're spinning your circle around, you take the tail and spin it, and then it goes like a pinball. It never goes back down the chute it came out of. So once you whip out of the tunnel with that tail and you come in, all you're whipping around is your 6. Now, where's your 9? I'm going to show you where your 9 is in a minute. Just give me a second. I'm losing my vision. Yes, so 12 is when I go around the cube this way and spin Rubik's Cube, okay? When I spin Rubik's Cube over here, okay, there's 2, 4, 6, 8. 2 here, 4 here, 6 here, and 8 here. There's 8. There's 3 rows, there's 24. And then there's the top and the bottom. I don't want to get into that. I just want to show you that this is what I was really talking about. Sorry, got off track. I was explaining something wrong. There are 12 in the center markings. Where can I say this? These pieces here only have 2 colors. So there's 2 and 2 here, 1 here and 1 here. And then there's the opposite side here and here. Those are the 2 colors. So there are there, and then there's here, and then here, and then here, and then here. So that's another 4, right? Because there's 2 here of 2 colors and 2 here. So that's 8. And then it's this way. So that makes 12 of 2 colors equaling to 24. There are 8. 6 plus 2 equals to 8. And there are 8 corners on Rubik's Cube. And hold on, 6 times 2 equals 12 times 2 colors. And 6 plus 2 equals to 8 times 3 colors. And then there are 6, okay? And then there are just 6 of a single color, okay? Then there's 1 rotator, the voided area space in the center. Take this apart and see if there's a 27th piece. 3 times 3 times 3 equals to 27. 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals to 0.9. So it's B-I-G, big. It says win big. And it is a calculation of 3 divided by 1. That is the calculation of number 26. We can do it two ways because it can be 26 or it can be 62. So you have 26 and 62, or it can be 62 and 26. And if you want, we can rock around the clock because we can go from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., which is 22, to 6 a.m. Or we can, it's also the representation of God, dog. You can also bring what is 26 is also 59, because the reality is when you draw the 2, or you draw the 5, or you draw the 9, or you draw the 6, they're just flippies of each other. So they're going to tell alternative stories. So they're also going to tell you about the gateway in this one, because this is going to equal to 10 plus 7 equals to 17. And you know what's funny about that? 1 plus 7, okay, equals 8. 2 plus 6 equals 8. And you know what's funny about these two? They moved over these letters to the ATM, to the ATM machine. Anybody ever hear of Go 500? And you know what's funny about Go 500 is that the D letter, all right, the D letter, right, in Roman numerals is 500. So I wrote Go 500. Now this one sometimes looks like an E, but it's the 7th letter, right? So I'm going to put it as the 7th letter, and I'm going to write 70500. I'm going to ask myself a question. Are those circles? What do circles mean? Like I said, a circle before, okay, was 1, 2, 3. So what you see when you see this, one of them is, it looks like this is the cross, and we're going through the cross of time. The plus plus, the plus minus, the minus minus, and the plus minus. The thing is, here is where we are. We're in the C world. I'm not sure if it's ABC or ABC. Although you see D here, right? There's A, B, C, D. There are 4 of them here. Imagine. There are 4 of them, right? There are 4 of them. But when I count A, B, C, and then I count A, B, C the other way, I don't got no 4 no more. This house has been divided as DC. One of the reasons for that is because there are no numbers between 3 and 4. Unless you want to go 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.1, all the way 3.2, 3.3, 3.4. And we have to stop on 3.4. And here you would go 49, 48, 47, 46. But in reality, I can put the same number on both sides of the board. And I can just do 3 with 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can do 3 with 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the area space here, 44, is where the split, where number 5 is. 5 is a hole. There's nothing there. If I put 3 here and 3 here, and now I decide to put 1 on this side and 1 on this side. Okay, that's one of the ways to do it. Another way to look at it, if I get this right, I think it's like this. This is noted to be a V, which is the 22nd letter, which also looks like a heart. And what we're going to do now is we are going to create another V. And now I created 2 V's. Look at that. One way, one heart one way, one heart the other way. Now, if you really want, we can just connect them together over here, and turn that, what it was a beehive hexagon, into what is now the cube. And you still have that passage. Look, that tunnel, that fine tunnel. So in this whole area, in this design of the used area, if you take a look, it's now open this way. So we can either design it that way, or I might be able to take this. Okay, and if you notice, this is not the M. I thought maybe I can get the M inside of this, but this is your rotating cube. I'm not sure if it's the sun. And then we have here, and then we have here. I'm not sure what goes where. And then if you take a look, I'm not sure how to do this. And then we can have a building that's shaped like this, and then your cube is at the top of that building, wherever that building is. And if you notice, you have 3, 1, 2. Well, I can go as far as I want, right? But if you look at this, there's 1, 1, 1 cubes, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Hold on, 1, 1, 1, 1. Oh yes, and the other thing to remind yourself is there's a bar here as the roof. Do you count it as the support bar and say 1, 2, 3, 4 bars? But in 4 bars, you have what is in between. So you know 3 is in between 4, in which this one is impartial to these two. I'm a little bit thirsty. I cannot stop this. I'm running to the kitchen for something to drink. There's a lot on my mind, a lot of numbers. I'm not finished with number 62. And numbers get reduced. Numbers come from other places. In fact, if I remember correctly, where did number 62 came from? I know 62 comes from 82 as well as 28. Remember, you got to do them both ways. And that 28 is the cycle of the moon. It's the heavens of Venus. 2, 4, 6, 8. Once Venus reaches 5B, 5B, you cannot reach 2.5. So it becomes 5D, 6D, 7D, 7D. Remember, go is 7D. I'm going to get onto that in a minute. I lost my trend of thought. Just give me a second. So I said the NASA rings are 666. And the reason for that is because to go around is 4, but this dice cube is only 3 opposites on 3 sides. 3 is spinning 3 times. Although it's 4 on the cross, it only spins 1 time, or it's rotating and the cross is rotating it. You'd have to see what it is. The 3 rings of Nassau, right? The automatic, once this ring goes through this ring, it creates this element over here. This element is what's going to create your basic 1 around 8, 50 and 25, red and green. Maybe we'll have some Christmas balls for Christmas. This is the 50 spot. Here is the 25 spot. This is Earth's cue to the E world. If you weren't here for what this was 2 hearts created always on square paper. So you have a heart here, and then let me do it with a different color. I skipped. Let me hold on a second. Okay, just trying. I lost my own thing because okay, it's here. So I go here, I go here, I go here, I go here, I go up here and here. So I put together 2. I'm gonna have to do this again so you see it properly. I'm gonna do it bigger. I'm gonna do it twice the size. Okay. Um, Here's one part of the heart. Remember, square paper, big dots. If you were here 25, 30 years ago, hold on a second. I want to sharpen my thing. If you were here 25, 30 years ago and you looked at the pixels gave you a different image. You got the full truth years ago. That's what I believe. You got the full truth years ago. So what we're going to do is now, and everything is spiraling, okay? Everything is spiraling. So we have these two. Now, what do we do with these? We're just going to give it a little green. And now we got the cube. Now, the thing about this design, and although we have, it looks like a passage, it looks like it's getting bigger on this end, and I'm not finished. Geometry, how many points do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 dots. How is that possible when all I did is oh yes, right, because the corner is missing, right? The corner is missing here. Let's do it a little bit different. Okay, let's break it up this way. And we're going to go A, B, C, D. And now we're going to do the same thing down here. And we're going to go A, B, C, D. So D is in the center position. And what was 4 boxes of 2 by 2, okay, right? It's not the sort of the way it looks, but it's not. You end up with 2 areas that are empty over here. And I've seen those areas before, and they show up over here. 2 empty areas. Same thing by just creating 2 hearts. Now, what was that 22 about? Why did I do 22? 2 and 2 is 4, and 2 and 2 is 4. So you have 4 here, and you have 4 here. So you have 4 and 4 letters, but you're using the same letter, so you can't count it as the 4th letter. So you have to go 4 and 3 or 3 and 4. Either they own it or they own it in this scenario. So this will be A plus B plus C equals to 6. And then below you have A plus B plus C equals to 6. And A times B times C equals to 6. And A times B times C equals to 6. The total is 24. Now, we have 3 sets of, according to this, it is 24, but you have to divide it by 3 according to cube logic. What is cube logic? Cube logic is, there's 3 opposite sides. That's cube logic. So if I base the 24 hours in the day to 3 opposite sides, that's my cube logic. So it's the 24-hour day. So it's 24 by 90. Okay, 24 by 90. Is that what it is? 24 times 90 equals to, what is that answer? 24 times 90 equals to 2160. That would be the moon. That would be the moon. The Earth is, hold on a second, I'm thinking. The Earth is 28 by 90. No, hold on a second. The Earth is
60 by 90. No, hold on a second. That was 24. So let's go 16 by 90. Yes, yes. 16 by 90 equals 1440. So let me explain what's going on right now. Okay. In order to run the 24-hour day, I multiplied it by 90. I want to run everything in the same numeric in their own realm. Okay. So this happens to be 24 hours of the day times 90 equals to 2160. I like to call this the moon, the moon of, the moon of, or the moon of orange, or the moon of. I'm just trying to think of words that cohere with the 60, which is orange, and the 60. It's 20 times 3 equals to 60, but there's intermission, and it's 20 and 15, and then it's 20 and 15, and then it's 20, and it's then go. Well, why go? Because when the third period ends of the 20th minute, that's 60 minutes played. With 30 minutes is your creation of the light through the gateway of 66 through Venus. Counting it for all. When you see a zero, right, you got to count the donut and the hole, because it's all around. It's what emanates outward equally. What emanates outward equally, or what comes in equally, 360 degrees all around. 360 degrees. 3060. Do you know what? When they write this word, it's actually this. Now, I want to know if this is Earth, then this is Mars. They're showing us, and see, every time I always speak about Earth is a singular zero and Mars is a double zero, right? Sorry, not Mars is a double zero. Um, um, I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think. Yes, Earth gets the single mark for the center. See what happened to this 9? It becomes this way. But you also have one that goes this way, and then the numbers will change. If I was basing this on the calculator, right, this area would be 7, and this area would be 3. If I did it the other way, it would be 9 and 1. It would tell a slightly different story. That's why we use numbers and then connect our numbers together, okay, which are the letters at the same time. So, so that, yeah, this would be a hockey game, let's say, and the 15-minute intermission. We'd have to understand the new definition as we start to coordinate our numbers through words, right? We're going to start to understand exactly what our words mean, and they're going to explain themselves. Well, how can something explain itself? Okay, if every single word has its own definition through logic and ration and balance. All we're going to do is create an alternative definition. We're not changing the definition. We're also going to go with an alternative, because when the skunk pees on you, even if I go with an alternative definition, okay, one of the words that always comes out when a skunk pees on you is pew. Pew. And they even, in Walt Disney, they even, what do you call it? I just changed my page. I took my mind off the screen. Just give me a second here. I'm looking for, just give me a second. Just give me a second.
For all those who don't know the truth, for all those who don't know the truth. Okay, very good. I see myself. How do you know the truth? You saw it on TV? Remember, this planet that we live on, this planet that we live on, is only what you believe and think it is. There are 8 billion people. If you would listen to all the categories of what everybody thinks this planet is, how you come here, how we can speak, if there's an afterworld, if there's a God, if you believe in the English language, if you believe in the English alphabet, if you believe in the French language, in the French alphabet. You see, I don't know which words it is in the phonics. You believe in words, in language, because if you believe in language and you believe in designs, art, geometric shapes, if you know and can read a little bit of what this says, now all we're looking for is the equations, because the answers in the equations are throughout the galaxy, from the zodiac to your astrological sign and the explanation of everything through the most amazing people that do this kind of work. When you have one of these faces, every face reflective to the center, always holding hands, because we're always starting, right? If you ever notice, we're not starting right at the edge. This is the center of this block here. That's 1. So there's 9. So you would go, see, that's 1. So there's a total of 9 here. Now try and figure this out. If each one of these were a cube and there were 9, the cube itself, the miniature cube itself, would be 6 sides. So this is 6 sides, and this one is 6, and this one is 6. So you have 666. You have, sorry, let me do it for the easier one. You'd have, if you're only counting the cubes, you'd have 666 and 666. 6 sides, 6 sides, 6 sides. Just call the cube 6, because they're singular dots. Every dot is its own cube, 1 dot per side per cube. Call this singular dot over here, call it 6. So we're going to see 18 and 18. This is 36, and this is 6. So 6 is 1 of 36. So 36 is 1/6 of 6, in which 6 is what the passage is between 6 and 66. Why would it be the number of the beast? If you would look at the letter B, the letter B is made up with 2 numbers. It is 1 and 3. It is a skeleton alphabet. It is a skeleton numeric value, and all the numbers are skeletons until you take and create the recipe from which is. Okay, I'm going to try and see if I can stay on track. But before I go, I do want to say that number 22, which is the 22nd letter for life, it is reversed 05, okay? And that is the 5th letter, but it's 05, meaning it is more than 5. It is 8 and 5. All zeros become 8 and 5. So the E world is in the heavens. It's between all the worlds. It's when 2 worlds come together. They either plug into that nut, and then you can go through the nut, which is the CDC area. And with its own understanding, CDC is 343 or 343. The thing about this, you know what this, oh, and this area over here is 242. And then this area over here
is 1 and this area over 1. So if you're looking for your vibration, okay, you're looking for something like this and like that. 2, 3, 4. So anyways, 7 times 7 times 7 equals 343. You multiply and add 12 and 7, 12 and 7 to each side. And in the center, you mark 10. 3 plus 4 plus 3 is 10. You put it in the center. You multiplied and you add it. You multiplied and you add it. You end up with 19 and 19. But it becomes 7, 1. 7 times 1, 7 plus 1. And then it becomes 7 times 2, 7 plus 2. We have to do all the equations. Or we do the individual equation on its own over here, which becomes actually 3 and 2. So I'm not sure if I want to put that. It's food for thought, but I don't want to do that. Or maybe I'll do it. Anyways, if I can think about it, I have to do it. So what I'm actually doing, instead of 7 times 12, I'll go 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 2 equals to 3. Now what I'm supposed to do is 7 plus 2 equals to 9. 7 plus 3 equals to 10. 7 times 2 equals to 14. 7 times 3 equals to 21 equals to 31. And this one equals to 23. The difference is the heavens 8. The heavens 8. The heavens 8. Okay, I'm going for something in the kitchen. A quick bite after 30 minutes of being here. If you don't mind, if you got a question, ask me the question. I don't know anything at all other than what I'm trying to match up and pair up, because after 17 years, and this is the 2010 April, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. This is the ending of my 12th year. It is my bat mitzvah. It's my bat mitzvah. For the number of years I've been putting out these videos, it's been 17 years coming this May ending, if I can remember correctly. And I really believe, I do believe that the numbers, the games, the connection to the universe, all the perfect cyclonic realities that are going on. What does it mean, cyclonic? For me, it's a whirlwind of numbers that are just matching up and pairing up, and just like in some chaotic way that it looks to you, they know exactly what they're doing. Just give me a second. I'm going to go to the kitchen. Going to take, let's say, 5 minutes. All right. Is that okay? You want me to put you a picture up? You don't want to, you want to keep looking at, you want to look at this beautiful picture here? And does anybody know Romana, the Queen of Canada? Anybody know the Queen of Canada? You can see that in one of these pictures. You see the green hair here? Here's a pink face and a long body all the way down the legs. And then in front is another person. Here's the head. Here's the body. Here's the arm. Here is the upside. Oh, you see what it is here? He's banging on something else, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay. I'm making some coffee. I want coffee. Maybe I want a coffee. Coffee's not good. You know what? I'm coming back. Just give me a minute. Okay. You know what's funny? I put things away. I have a big coffee thing, and I found it. Let's not drop it, right? Let's not drop it. Just having a coffee. Give me a minute there. How's everybody doing? You know what? I like when everybody. I have a new design that I'm working on. It's a beautiful picture. You know, if you can really use your imagination, it's so important. You know. It's so important to use your imagination, and it's not easy. It's not easy. It really isn't. I've been down and out and laughed, even while I was struggling, depressed, totally drained. It's not because you're sad, okay? It's an element inside of you that does something to your circuitry. And I want to know all of yous that believe in God, believe that there's a creator out there, believe that there is a book of sanctity of life, and how it should be actually run, and how much over the limit should we be going, right? How much over the limit should we be going? What is the speed all of a sudden from drive safe, stay alive at 55? Wow, I haven't thought of that one. And they call it double nickel. They call it double nickel. Hey, drive alive, stay alive at 55. Freedom, 55. So what is that 55? And I was talking before, and before I go to finish that coffee up, I have to show you. Here's 44, but it's not 44. It's 3.5 because somehow, okay, are we meeting at this dead center, or are we meeting at this dead center? Because two dots, we're going to call them death or dead. EA dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's in the 5 position. D is in the 5 position, which is actually what takes over, is the A position is passing, because what's happening here as A, D, A passing through the 5 position, which could be a passage into this world, because don't forget, you see that voided spot that you have there? What if I can do on that voided spot and put a heart here and put a heart here around that? And now we have this section over here and this section over here. And over here, I don't know if I should do A, B. What can I do? This voided spot was what? And now I'm going to do A, B. And this would be A, B, A, B. And this would be C. So what we had is A, B didn't have C. I put C here. Should I have not put C here? If I go through this thinking again, because I did it this way, should I have not put C here and change this whole reality around to look like, I'm going to do it small because I don't have space. And if I would have put, instead of letters, I'll just put numbers. It's easier, it's smaller. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 4 comes together. 1, 2, 4 comes together. And down here, I'm going to go 9, 8, 6 comes together. So that's this reality. But now if I turned it, okay, this would be 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 7, 8. So if it's going this way or it's going this way, and in French, this would be aigu, and this would be, I think they call it grave. So you have the grave for 1, 2, 4. And then what's in the center? 5 is shared. So you have 1, 2, 4, 5, and 5, 6, 8, 9. 14 and 14. 28 cycle. And then you have 66 through the gateway. And then you have 7 and 5 through the moon. And then you have 13. And 13 is 169 moons. When man becomes 13, he becomes, at the age of 13, the bar mitzvah, the bar. 18, 19, 21, the bar. Creation, this becomes ER. It starts off at AR, but it becomes ER because this 21 value changes it to ER. But there's other things we can do with that. So that's that little rational reality. So now we're going to go, I can do that. Okay. Now, what value should I do it? And what should I do now with this? Should I take this into consideration or put on another area over here on this side? And then this design is going to look like, the reason for that is because this is a free space, this is a free space, and this is a free space. All these three are free spaces. So if I take that into consideration, all those three are free spaces. I have 1, I have 3, and I have 5. 3 spaces, or space, 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 the number 3. Space, space, space. Space here, space here, space here. So is that what it's telling me? So if it's telling me that, that means I have 3, I have 3, and I have 3. So this would be the end of my cycle, and now we connect 1 over here. So we have 3, 3, 3, and 3. 4 times 3. Everything seems to work at 3 and 4. I'm going to do my coffee. I'm hoping that I can remember. Give me a minute. I highly, highly, highly do believe, and even this calculation, 75 times 75, 75 plus 75 equals to 5775. 5775, Hebrew to the Gregorian calendar, is 2015. 20 equals to the darts, and 15 equals to the game of pool. 9 and 10, which work together and rotate, I can use for the horses. The cube is for shorter. I'm not going to get into that. So 20 and 15 is 35. Also, no, I'm not. Inside of 15 is your vibration. What is inside of 20? Inside of 20, it has to do with the moon. The 20. Again, the 3 circles, the 0 and the double 0. I have to say it again. There's only 3 rotations. NASA, only 3 rotations. There's 4 that go around
4 that go around in 3 rotations. So we have to do the math. I don't have the head for it right now to do that math. So you have 3 opposite zones that you can rotate the dice this way. You can rotate the dice this way, and you can rotate the dice this way. One of them is a pole to another. This way, not the same thing this way, because it's stopped. See, there's stoppers. This is the heavens. So it starts here, goes all the way around and ends here, but it passes through here, right? But the heavens, when it passes through here, it's only going one way or the other, meaning it's incoming to who you are, which is I. This is the I6. This is the H6. HI. 89, also representation of 99 to 18 to... I'm going into the kitchen to do my coffee. I'm going to be taking till the 40 to 50 minute mark. Break until 50 minutes and hit it. Break until 50. And I'm going to give you something to look at. Hold on, I want to go here. And I'm going to go, and then I'm going to give you something to look at. I hope it shows up. Let's see. Oh, you already have that up there. I wish we can. I wish we can put it down here. Yeah, this has to do with the train tracks. This has to do with the train tracks. I'm just going to put it to this for a second. I'm still working on this. I know there's levels on this. I haven't really broken it apart yet. I stare at it all the time, and I'm just having a lot of trouble with it. I know that different things of this planet have been put together, and not everything should be there. How can I explain that? Not everything should be there. You know, when you get a box, right, you get all the pieces. So there's enough little men for 5 players, but you're only 2. So you leave the other 3 in the box. And stuff like that. You buy a package of pens. You don't write with 10 pens. You write with 1 pen, but you got the whole package. Oh my God, you made bread. Or you didn't make bread. Well, what'd you do? You were going to make the recipe called bread. And the ingredients that you use in order for it to get to the one element that it is this, and this, and this. So much of this, to so much of this, to so much of this, to so much of that, and so much of this for this reason and that reason. And all of a sudden you got something come out and they called it bread. B and R. I like to say that is the bear. The bear is, do you know who the big bear is? Well, that's right. It is the king of the planet. The big bear is the king of the planets. They say it is the bull and the bear. Is it better to bull people around or to bear it all? Something wrong about the bear. Ape, number 22. When you say go for God, the go for God is 22, the 7th gate through your vibration, because you only come here through your vibration. Otherwise, you're not here. If I cut off your vibration, you're gone. Oh, your body will be here. Big deal. So are the trees. But without the vibration, you're gone. You're only here into this body through the vibration. And sewn into the fabric of life of that vibration are your feelings. When you hear, when you see, they're directly, you can't avoid it. You can only understand it and channel your vibration for a better vibration, something that makes you accept of what it is. I'm going to make my coffee now, so I can't use that 60. I'm going to make it
not at the 60-minute mark. Break till 55. There it is. Let me see. Break. Let me see. 5:47 p.m. Break until 55. No, it's not 55. It's 5. Oh, it's 55. Is that it? That's it. Okay, now I can take a little break. Let me put that up. And here's the Monopoly cards. Maybe you want to look at the Monopoly. Free parking. Free parking. Remember the bear. The reason it's the king and the queen, it's the 13th and the 12th letter. I'm going to be back. I want to see one thing. Somebody said they're watching me, and it doesn't show anybody. So let me take a look. One watching now. Doesn't say anybody but me. So, and let me see. Doesn't say anybody. And let me see in Facebook or Twitter. View on Twitter. View on Twitter. Let me see. Twitter. Coming to you live. 0 viewers. I'm so popular. Holy man. Wow. I must be like the most popular. What does it mean popular? Like, I look into everything, you know. I want to know what everything is. How can you become friendly with everybody, right? Right? How do we become friendly? How do we become friendly? Right? How do you become friendly? Why should we become friendly? Do you know what friendly is? You know what words are? Okay. Let me find where my video is. Okay, let me take that break. 51:51. We're on Mars. Okay, I don't want to make it a long video. You know that? I just decided I don't want to make it a long video. I want to eat dinner, right? So I'm going to make the coffee. I'm going to come back and try and see if we can work something together. And making a little coffee here. Just give me a minute. I'm just going to have this little tea here and no, I lost the key for my mailbox. Okay, I'm coming back. Okay. Well, there's nobody here, okay, watching at all, I'm sure. If there's nobody here, I'm going to end this video and come back a little bit later because it's no if somebody's 4 people like me, how is that possible? 4 people like me and there's nobody watching. I'm continuing. Okay, this is the place I live. I need to raise close to 2 million to buy the building because all they do is hassle me. Hassle, hassle, hassle. You know, the big question is it's not that they want a little bit of rent. They want to the tune of, well, they're going to give me a little bit for it. They want about $150 more. And no, sorry, $240 more. And they're going to put me in a place, an arrangement, an area where I can put a washer and dryer, and they're going to give me the internet, which is they couldn't even they offered me the internet, and they couldn't even tell me exactly what it was. They weren't really sure what they were offering me. You know, told me there's mold in the walls and told me to sign papers really, really quick. You have to do it, forcing me into situations, you know, and then trying to deal with me, but not dealing at all. They only had one number set up in their head, and there was no question about anything else. So with all the lies and deceit and everything else, now they wanted to come today and make a deal with me. And I wasn't home. I couldn't be home. So I had somebody here. I thought they wanted to come check the apartment. No, they actually came here because they wanted to make a deal. But there was no deal because there were 3 deals we tried to make and none of them worked. It's very sad. I've been here 17 years, so I figured why not just let's buy this place. So if anybody wants to make an investment, I'm not asking you to give me anything. Just buy the place, let me live here, and let this place be you know what one day. And if you can look up into the sky in that picture, right over here, the head is back. Then there's a little bird over here, head is back, and off into the other world of chaos. So, so yeah, that's what it is. So if anybody's out there and gets this message soon enough, it's March. It's March of 2022, which number 22. Number 22. You see, I keep saying that 2 has to be for the 2 horns that come out of the dollar sign. 2 happens to be because Earth is number 52. 2 as to 2 and 2 for Venus. 22 for ape. 22 for the 4th world, for the D of the sea. What D is what completes everything. D is filling up the pie hole. When you fill up the pie hole and then reflect it as above is below, you end up with ABC, ABC. ABC, ABC equals 66, 66. When you go to D, it becomes 10, 10. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Each letter, the first letter in the alphabet, the second, the third. Okay, so maybe I'm going to get more book. Okay? I just want to show you. Whoop. Great. The cube. Do you see this cube? I'm going to show you how I did this and this building. This is an obligation design when the cube goes right on the top. So if you know a building like this in the world, this is what's going on, and so is this going on. Remember, you have 6. Imagine you have 4 directions, okay, and you're going around in this direction. So you're going, so maximum number of directions are 8. 8 directions. But somehow you only can create 6 directions, okay, right? And move in 3 directions, in which each direction is 45 degrees. The fox. It is 20 and 9. The IT system moving. D and E. D is inside the E world. D is inside the E world, the 5th area. You're only going to count 7 of 9 always on the cube, but the cube usually has this area and this area empty. Either this area and this area are empty like six out of 8 times this area is going to be empty, or this area is going to be empty. Now, the thing is, with this design that I did here, what if I did it this way? A, B, B, C, and A, B, B, C. In blackjack, not that I'm reverting to this, not to make you crazy, but it's 1 between 2. And then C, it becomes ACA, which is your 13. Man becomes man at 13 when it hits the 169th moon. This, okay, is the 6th and the 7th area. 7. How can I do this? 7, 8. 6, 7, and 8th area. This is the 6th, this is the 7th, this is the 8th. But if you want to square it off, let me just see this. If you want to square it off, you'll be squaring it off in this area over here. And that area would be the same as over here outside the box. Now, what is this? In Monopoly, okay, the center of Monopoly, the Monopoly board setup is 13 by 13 equals to 169 areas. The center area takes up 9, makes it 160 and 9. You know, I'm always saying, 0 equals 6, 0 equals 6. Yes, it does equal 6. 6 is the carrier of the 9 birth of the one spirit light. You're no longer connected within 1, 6, and 9, yin and yanging within your birth. And this, let me just do something. I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I want to make something in the kitchen, but maybe not. I just want to just write something on this thought I just had. I'm just, if you want to see what I'm doing, I'm thinking. See, I don't know if I should have did it this way, or if I should have did, and then, or I'm just, so you have, I'm just trying to think how this will fit the fleur-de-lis and our bodies, where one element went all the way around. There are really 3 of them here. I'm always telling you 3, 3, and 3, 3 and 3. Now I'm thinking. I'm just give me a second here. Do I have a scissors? I had a scissors. I have to do this. I have to do this. I gotta do this. Wow, I can't find my scissors. No way. I just had a scissors. Please, scissors. And I really don't go any further than this, right? So let me go on to the other desk for a second. Okay, I got a scissors. And in order not to cut into another world, right? How come there's no holes? Because you can't cut into the other world. What you do, you see the E world? It even says E one way, G the other way, right? You see, and now when it folded, right, it would go around it. So it's like holding two corn stalks on it if you want. So we fold it in. What if we fold it in again? What would it look like? I'm just trying to think. But anyways, okay, now let me get the scissors and just trying to see. Okay. Oh, I cut it off. I cut it off. No way. So I was going to show you this piece that when you see numbers and they have a little ball at the end, it's because of the ball over here. I'm just trying to see what happens to this because I'm assuming this might come out and look like the number 2 and the other one like the 5. But the thing is I'm trying to figure out if we can create the I'm just going to leave this one here, and we're going to go, and so you can go this way and say this one is the 6. And how would I do it? If the club was this way, right, it would be the 9. If the club was this way, it would be the 6. So where are we? Anyways, let me throw this out. Okay, I've been here an hour. I don't see anybody at all. No one's commenting, nothing. It's a little boring for me. I usually never do this, but I'm really hungry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go make myself something to eat. For those who are here now, go make yourself something to eat. I'm going to go over really fast everything I did. I'm not really sure if you kept up. Just remember, we're in the year 2022. Ape is 2022. According to the cube, according to numerics, rationality, according to the cube, ape, A, 1 and 6 is the 16th letter, P. A plays from the E position, ape. A, E, the two of them is ape, but it says it's with this is the letter F. So they have F and G together, but it doesn't matter because 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 is F and G. So 1 and 6 will create F and G. 7 and 6, 13. 7 plus 6, 13. 7 times 6, 42. Through the gateway, AC gateway, in the 13th letter of 10, 10, 10, 3 worlds. 10, 10, 10, 3 worlds. 8 and 2, 10. 6 and 4, 10. 7 and 3, 10. 14. Before I go, 2 and 8, 10. 4 and 6, 10. 9 and 1, 10. But you don't have to only do this. What you can also do, okay, and remember, it's the same type of design. These are 2 hearts. So if you want to go 2 hearts, here's another thing. If you go 2 heart, you want to put the S on. So that's talking about AI. When you go from AI, you're going to go AE and then EI. But the greatest length of this actuality is A through H, in where D and E come together between A and H. Between A and I, E comes in. Between B and I, because A really can't go all the way to I. The E world is in between, a stopping station, whatever you want to call it. So then what happens next is we have I through B, and the center of I through B is EF. So this one is EF. This one is 4 and 5. The the other one I was working on, I want to write it down where I said 7 and 6. Yes, A1, E5. The reverse cube is F6, okay? And it's not in the, and F6 is being played in the 3, 6, 9, 1, 4, 7, as well. It's being played as 1, 2, 3, dot 7, 8, 9. So it's being played 12, 18, or it's being played 12 and 6. That is your formation for that. Where did that come from? Well, the 6 can be sitting this way, or the 6 can be this way. So if it's sitting that way, right, I got 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3. But I can also turn the calculator that way and go 1, 4, 7. So now we can talk about direction. If we're talking direction, right, going across your body, what direction? East, west across your body, right and left, instead of straight forward. Isn't it funny? You can go straight forward, but if you're not going straight forward, you can be going right or left, right? Once you get off a straight, it becomes right or left. So what is 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, okay, is 7, 4, 1, 9, 6, 3. And this one, okay, is your I. And this one is your H. This one is 24 and 6. And this one over here is 12 and 18. They both equal the same thing. But here you run with 7 and 3 and 9 and 1, 7 and 3 and 9 and 1. The difference are 2 and 8 and 4 and 6. Where were we? What were we doing? Where did the 7 and 6 came from? Yes, from the word ape. The 16th letter is a P, but it creates 1 and 6 creates G, and it's the 6th letter creates F. So 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals to 7 and 6. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I want to take a dinner break. I know somebody just showed up right now, but I want to go on a dinner break, come back and do the same thing over again. Maybe I'll set something up. I'm going to come back at no late. I'm going to say 8 o'clock. If you have questions to ask me, please ask me now before I go. You like my little sign on the right there? The musical note inside the C, our vibration, right? To the left and to the right. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Let me go to the comments. None. 8 o'clock.